The rain had just stopped. The roads were slippery and accidents were bound to happen. But Jethro had to go home. He and his brother Joey were expected to be at home before midnight. And it was already past 12, so they had to be brave. The, the slippery roads and drive all the way south to their home in Taguig. Jethro was a student, graduating within a few months. Joey, on the other hand, was a graduate now, and now a boom who was still waiting for any job opportunities that might come his way. He occasionally fetched his brother whenever he had free time, which was almost always. Having come from a party, they were a bit late because of traffic and party delays. The younger brother, who is known to be very obedient, was scared of disobeying their parents. But Joey was confident that their parents would understand and they can take their time getting home without much fuss. Kuya, bilisan mo na, lagot tayo kay mama, Jethro demanded. Chet, tingnan mo nga, ang traffic. Hindi lang tayo ang kalsada sa daan. At ayokong mahuli ng pulis dahil nakabangga ako dahil sa kakulitan ng kapatid ko, Joey told his younger brother. Pero, kuya, si mama tsaka gabi na. Kuya, wala nang pulis sa daan. Okay lang yan. Pauwi na naman tayo Mabuti na tong tama lang ang speed natin kaysa mabangga pa tayo. Ang dulas kaya ng daan, sobra. Okay. Sige. Bilisan mo na lang. Nag-promise ako kay mama may pinapabili kasi ako. Hay, kaya naman pala. And with that, they started treading along EDSA, which was a bit clogged with traffic because of that night's rain and the sudden rush of all vehicles to go home. Jethro fell asleep beside Joey because of fatigue. Joey was thinking of alternate routes to take so that they could go home faster to avoid any scolding from their parents. Once they reached a familiar stoplight intersection, Joey signaled left and proceeded to take a shortcut through an alley. He had taken this route many times before during his college days. Whenever he had to go to school during early mornings, he had practically memorized the route, so he was confident that this would be the fastest way home. Jet, gising! Mag-shortcut tayo, Joey said while shaking his brother with one hand. Ha? Asan na ba tayo? Basta shortcut. Huwag ka munang matulog ha. Ha? Bakit? Basta. Kuya naman, lagot tayo niyan. Huwag mong dalhin sa club. Ulul, kunwari ka pa pero hindi tayo pupunta sa club. Shortcut ko to dati nung may morning classes pa ako. Bakit ginising mo pa ako? Wala, basta. Jethro, still sleepy, just let the issue die down and tried his best not to fall asleep. Every now and then, though, he found his eyelids falling only to be awakened by his brother nudging him to wake up. 30 minutes must have passed and Jethro was getting impatient. He was wondering what sort of shortcut this was. The road was almost pitch black, save for a few lamp posts. There were a few houses, but almost all the lights were already turned off. With everyone probably sleeping, the dark and empty road was all theirs. Jethro was trying to say something to his brother when suddenly a motorcycle came from out of nowhere. The driver, who looked like he wanted a race, threw a few small rocks at the rear window, instantly provoking Joey, who was very careful of his semi-new car. Jethro knew this about his brother and knew what was about to happen. Kuya, wag na. Gago ata yun eh. Di pwede, hahabulin natin. Stepping on the gas pedal and racing towards their assailant. Kuya, baka ma-hold upper yan. Iwas ka na sa gulo. Jethro pleaded with his older brother. Hindi yan. Tatakutin lang natin ng kaunti. Accelerating even more. Tumingin ka nga. Ang dilim-dilim eh. Baka nakatago lang yung mga kasama niya. Hindi, wala yan. Kabisado ko kaya tong daan. With their headlights set to bright, they soon caught their racing rival in their sights. Joey was attempting to hit the motorcycle rear wheel with their bumper, scaring the guide. Jethro was still uneasy about the whole situation and was desperately asking his brother to cool down and just let him go. But Joey was so full of adrenaline that he wouldn't allow that to happen. He inched closer and closer to the motorcyclist, taunting him with their headlights. Kuya, delikado talaga yan. Tama na. Hindi, konti na lang. Sige pa. Kuya, please. Hindi. Tama na. Mapapahamak kayo niyan. Hindi sabi eh. Bahala ka. Chet, manahimik ka nga na dyan. Kuya, hindi ako nagsasalita. Gago, wag mo nga akong takutin. Hindi nga ako nagsasalita. Ha? Joey peeked at his rearview mirror and saw an old man sitting in their back seat. The car then slowed down, the engine dying because Joey's foot was shaking so violently. He couldn't keep it still even for a second. Their motorcycle rival faded out of view. Kuya, Jet, tignan mo nga yung backseat natin. Parang may sira eh. Ha? Wala namang kakaiba. Sure ka? Oo, bakit? Kanina kasi may nakita akong lalaki. Matanda na. Minulto ata ako. Jethro looked at the backseat again but saw no one or nothing for that matter. Kuya? Basta ewan. May lalaki talaga kanina. Nakita ko kanina sa mirror natin eh. Kaya nga ayoko na matulog ka eh. May multo daw kasi dito kapag gabi. Lang. Woo! That Joey shouted, still shaking. Curious as to what his brother saw, Jethro looked at the rear view mirror. Kuya, halika na, gas! Bilis! Nakita ko na! Shit! Without any hesitation, Joey stepped on the gas and didn't dare look at any mirrors until they reached the main road. The two brothers were shouting and screaming curse words until they reached their home, hugging their mother tightly when she opened the door.